Shinigami here to bring you another great video. Sorry, I'm a little tired, just woke up from a nap. So, the enthusiasm I would normally have is not quite there, but all is the same with what we have to criticize or critique, talk about today. As many of you have seen by now, there has been a music video by Amandla, Stenberg, whatever the fuck. And it's seemingly owning the racists, right? Now, for some of you that may not understand, los que no saben, los racists de los blancos, los güeros, están haciendo muy mal a la de Star Wars, y aquí estamos nomás hablando de qué pasó. Again, I just want to make it very clear that for my Mexican viewers out there, we're being called racist too, even if you are not white. So, así debe de estar a veces, pero no. I guess these people are just that stupid, right? Where anybody who criticizes this is just considered a racist bigot. Also, a double standard that has been crossed is so Disney, Star Wars, Amandla Stenberg can make a music video calling people who don't like the Acolyte silly, racist, and bigots. Yet a fellow cast member and host of her show, and her fellow cast members and host for your shows all praise it. The double standard. Much guess you got to be the right color. Interesting, because again, this didn't happen with Gina Carano. They were immediately like, "Oh, she's being racist. She's trying to say that people are being Nazis and this and that, or she's siding with the Nazis." And it's just like, you clearly are just misconstruing the context, because context matters. And then as we move up. The Acolyte Amandla Stenberg responds to online racism. To those who are flooding me with intolerable racism. Also, yeah, really racist, huh? Your father, your white father, who helped you get into all these, privileged roles and positions that you were in, the acting gigs and, being able to be in the Hunger Games. No, you're oppressed. You're oppressed, my dear, aren't you? On top of the other stuff, like apparently we couldn't have diversity back then. Everybody always hates the black people, the indigenous people, the colored folk, the dark skinned fucks, but yet we had Jasmine, we had Lilo's sister, we had Tiana, even the guy from fucking Brother Bear. And what, were the racists just not around for those fucking movies, huh? They just non-existent? Then, let's hold up. This is gonna be a fucking doozy. Let me make sure I change my fucking thing here. Let's change it from low pitch. You might hear a difference. I know I'm a little more tired, so I don't know if it picks up heavier or not. Whatever. Alright, so we got this fucking thing. Yeah, I know. Great fucking freeze frame, huh? But I'm just gonna play a little bit, and we'll kind of go over as we hear.
And now you're listening, I'm gonna tell you something fascinating. They spin and poke, bastardize it and appropriate it. Let's talk about or something we created.
Yes, that was something you guys created back in the day. But you know what else happened back in the day? Your own people enslaving your own people. Who else sold each other to slavery? Your own kind. And also, a lot of these people that existed back then, they're fucking dead. You don't have to live through that shit. I seem to be recalling there's quite a bit of successful black people. Oprah, Obama, Kobe, even if you want to put in LeBron James, even though I don't like him, hey, he's still successful, right? God, I'm trying to think of that one MMA fighter, Rampage Jackson, that motherfucker. Yeah, he just didn't, he was lucky, right? All these people got lucky. And then even like with roles from Moana, they're Hawaiian, right? And yet that shit did really well. But God forbid you get criticized about the show breaking lore and these white people, they just don't like our show. Maybe if you actually fucking wrote some better character development, people being so inconsistent. And then, for instance, May seemingly is upset with her sister about wanting to join the Jedi, and the last line she said to her when they were kids in episode 3 was, "I'm not gonna let you leave, I'll kill you." And then you have episode 4 where all of a sudden she finds out her sister is alive and goes, "Oh my god, this changes everything. I'm not gonna be an assassin anymore. I'm not gonna kill the Jedi. I'm gonna turn myself in, even though you killed 2 fucking Jedi masters." Yeah, that's just gonna be like, alright, slap on the wrist, put the cuff on, I'll be fine, and I'll be out in like 2 months. When that's not how the fuck it works. Crazy bitch.
obviously racist, and now they use it to describe anything they're talking about. Remember when Gambino put it in the zeitgeist? It was all about the people recognizing bigotry.
Oh, and then it's funny too, trying to bring up Childish Gambino. You know what? Someone with actual talent, someone who has the ability to be a fucking rapper, even though it's not his main thing. You know, being lyrical, having good beats, having the creative vision, especially with his music videos. You know, he's always able to put in a lot of stuff in there. You're not that, okay? And on top of it, you can barely hear yourself in these fucking videos. If it wasn't for the subtitles, most people wouldn't really know what you were saying. And then also just the dancing and stupid shit that she's doing. Like, this is, what the fuck are we doing? What is this? Okay, what is this goddamn TikTok dance bullshit? Just, oh my god.
Community not falling for your clickbait. Speaking of which, journalists are looking at you. Did you forget it's your job to provide the truth? Spreading divisiveness, minding the metrics and data. Seem you gave up all your life, it's your money and views. And I can tell that the people are tired.
Yeah, she says that the journalists give up their integrity for the clicks and views, when all I've been seeing on Facebook and, no, mostly Facebook when I do kind of scroll through there, is articles defending the Acolyte with Viet fucking spirit. They are definitely not pandering to the fans, the actual people that, you know, had a reason to love this show. Let's see. See how long it takes me to find something from this fucking thing. Oh yes, first one, episode 4, was one to make me really anxious to see the next. I find the show entertaining and fresh for Star Wars, but overall I don't find myself tremendously invested in the plot or character soul is super cool. The May Asha thing might pay off, but I'm not crazy interested in either of the characters. They're fine. Again, nobody really giving harsh criticisms in some of these pages. What else do we got here? The amount of stuff. Oh, and then, you know, saying like the budget wasn't an issue, even though they had $180 million worth. And on top of that, basically each episode had 20 million per episode. So there's no reason for some of this shit to look as bad as it does. Yeah. But hey, all these people, also the ones trashing the original trilogy and also the prequels, saying like, well, we didn't ruin Anakin's legacy. George did that before us. And it's like, no, he didn't, but delusional as fuck you are, huh? I can't wait to learn the Jedis that did warning the image of the Acolyte forward. And then whenever you see something talking about it, again, they have no real, they're just pandering to Disney. And with stuff like bigger inconsistencies to focus on, like with the fucking Jedi Wookiee, that we didn't see them fight at all. They just killed him off screen because it would have thrown off the pacing of the show, of that episode, if they did include his fight scene and death. So that's why they just did it. We're like, oh, okay, here we go. We found him dead. And literally the same fucking trope that they just pulled in the previous episode, episode 2. Like, this is fucking dog shit, that the amount of people that have fair enough criticism but are being told, you're white, we don't like your opinion now. So guess what? You're now a bigot. You are now a racist. Let's keep fucking listening. She says that, but you know what's funny? The youth has not actually been very invested in Marvel, Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars. A lot of the Gen Z people, which you would think you would want to try and actually get their attention, try and build something with it, right? But no, instead you're actually going to be losing a pair of fans in the coming years, because obviously once the older people die that were from the original trilogy, I'm talking about the fans, then it's only going to be the ones from the prequels and then the new Star Wars fans, right? But how far and few are they, right? Can they sustain your high investments, your high production? Can they actually pay for all the action figures that keep going on sale, that going in the bargain bin? Like, come on, when is this fucking delusion gonna end? And then obviously her trying to be so petty to make a song up about this fucking crap is beyond asinine. And again, that, like, she needs to learn how to fucking dance. That's like the shitty, like, she's like trying to twerk while also pumping her chest, but it's just a lot of people are just clowning on her, from Ruin Leon to fucking, oh my god, so many fucking people are calling that this is just absurd. And then obviously we'll get to the part that really throws it off the edge. And again, she thought this was a good idea to own the chuds, the bigots, all the people that don't understand. Oh, it's all for Juneteenth as well, huh?
But I'm sick and fucking tired of suppressing my rage. 400 years of taking the bullshit to compartmentalize that my ancestors had to encase.
Again, all those people 400 years ago, they are dead. Those people 300 years ago, they are dead. Those people 200 years ago, they are dead. The people maybe even 100 years ago, about more than half of them are dead. Oh my god. Remember when we used to have black nuclear families stay together, supporting each other? Remember Martin Luther's I Have a Dream, and trying to just not see the fucking color of each other's skin. I just want to be viewed upon the merits of which I'm looking upon this individual. Nope. Fuck that. Everything has to be 400 years ago. The only people that cannot get over being slaves before, because guess what? Mexicans were slaves, Irish were slaves, Chinese were slaves, even white people were slaves, Egyptians were slaves, Jews were slaves, the list can go on. Japanese were slaves, Chinese, like, what the fuck, okay? All those people seem to have been able to get over their fucking, you know, getting over that fucking racist shit. But it seems like black people, are very few and far between them, but the loud fucking amount of them that just keep saying, 400 years ago, reparation, no. Like, tell me what they don't have now as opposed to what they had back then, right? Because they have a lot of shit now that they didn't have back then. Fucking ridiculous.
If you don't confront the pain that you live with, it'll manifest as addiction, diseases, and hate. I've seen the infection.
Funny how they say that when they've been the ones that have been hateful for a good fucking while when you don't agree with them. Oh, you don't like our show? Guess what? It's the fans' fault. Guess what? You're a bigot. You're a sexist. Didn't they have the Fallout series do extremely well? Even though there was some people that, you know, complaining that, oh, she's a female, whatever, like the sexist people. Didn't that do surprisingly well? I seem to remember that the numbers were pretty fucking good. It's not people just being fucking racist or sexist or whatever. No, you literally made a show that spat in the face of all the original fans and the prequel fans, and the ones that went from those to the new guard with Disney. Obviously they bend to the knee, but the other ones, no. Let's take a look, listen to what Ruin Leon had to say.
What the? But I'm sick and fucking tired of suppressing my rage. 400 years of taking the bullshit to
All right, you lost me. You wasn't alive for 400 years. Give it up. You're getting criticized for your show not being good. I don't want to hear about 400 years of slaves. All right? No, I don't want to hear about your mystique 400 years. We just celebrated Juneteenth. We ain't got time for these layers of bigotry. We don't have time for your inept attitude. Motherfucker, your ancestors was whipped. You in the middle of the street, on the sidewalk, in front of some graffiti, airing out your grievances with people on the internet. You are literally the last person to be talking about 400 years of having to deal with some shit. Your ancestors would be feeling disrespected by you, much like every other black activist out there talking about 400 years we suffered. Who is we? Everybody who suffered 400 years ago are dead, and this should not be your avenue to responding to criticism. Amandla Stenberg, the star of Star Wars The Acolyte, decided to pull the racism card and own the haters by flailing around like a fish out of water, gasping for air while singing about how oppressed she is. This is what Star Wars is now. Flailing around and like a fish out of water, gasping for air while singing about how oppressed she is? You sacks of shit have always seen minorities and black folks as subhuman. I love that you're all just openly telling on yourselves at this point. I wish the worst on y'all. First,
how come that level of not understanding the context? Literally saying you're flopping around like a fish. It's a fucking metaphor. They're not actually comparing you to a fish. They're saying your dancing looks like garbage. But you tied into, oh, they're being subhuman to us. No, the fuck they're not. Let's also see some other stuff that was going on with this. Yes, I remember back in 2021, Star Wars The High Republic host Christina Ariel calls all white people racist. Oh, because they don't agree with her. Yeah, really good way to fucking divide more of your audience. And again, the High Republic has, by a large majority of the fans from Star Wars, seen as just garbage as well, like bad fan fiction from what we can all just surmise. Just a reminder that white women are just a complicit in the upholding of enforcing white supremacy. Like, just what the fuck is this shit? Also, this came from Star Wars News, where Amandla Stenberg responds to online racism in her new music video. Yes, because of that all makes sense. So here were some of the people that were, applauding this dumb shit. In the video that was posted in Juneteenth, the U.S. holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States, in June 19th, 1865, members of the Star Wars and Acolyte family replied to the comments with their message of support of Amandla Stenberg. So far, we've noticed Daphne King, who said, Woke-alite unite, Manny Jacinto, the Asian Ezra Miller, who simply posted with some emojis, and then finally this chick, Christina Ariel, host of the High Republic show on the official YouTube channel, wrote, I love you so much. Again, they want these fucking racists. Oh, because again, black people can be racist, just like Asians can be racist, just like white people can be racist. Mexicans can be racist. Did you fucking think that? But no, my dear. The only people that cannot be racist are black people. God forbid they say anything that sounds a little bit derogatory towards any other race and not be seen in a negative light. God forbid. Like, just, when does this fucking end? When does this fucking bullshit end with the whole, the racist card? Yes. And then now we're gonna see eventually, Star Wars and them fucking, let's see. We already knew this was gonna happen. I'm getting a fucking aneurysm. Before I have a stroke, I'm gonna end it there. Let me know down in your comments below what you think of this whole fucking debacle. Do you think it's overblown? Do you think this bitch is that fucking stupid to try and compare herself to 400 years a slave, even though her daddy and her fucking family has been very privileged in all the roles she had? Oh, don't forget, Leslie Headland, former assistant of Harvey Weinstein, personally handpicked her, gave her this role, didn't even have to audition. Sounds real oppressive, doesn't it? Sounds so oppressive that you had been given a fucking role and a pretty sized check. What's there to complain about other than the white racist online? Whatever, I'm ending it there. Hopefully y'all have a good night, good evening, and good morning. Ace Shinigami signing out, and until then, let's, fucking shake it up, eh? Bye.